Would you like to improve your engagement on your Facebook page posts? Are you looking at your insights or your analytics for your page? Checking your insights will give you some information or feedback from your audience on how your content is performing on Facebook. The goal is to better understand what your audience likes so you can do more of that. I'm Julie Selby with Sandy Social Marketing Training, and in this video, I'm going to give you a tour of your analytics or your insights for your Facebook page. I'll start by showing you how to check your insights on mobile, and then we'll switch over to showing you how to view your insights on your desktop. So I have my Facebook app open here, and clicking on the bottom right-hand corner will get you to the menu, this view, and be sure to switch over to using Facebook as the page you want to look at. So I'm going to show you my client's page here today. I'm going to tap on the page name, and that takes me right to the page itself. And as I scroll down, you can actually look at the insights for any individual post. So I'm going to scroll down to my most recent post here. You'll find that information in the bottom left-hand corner of any post. If you do share a post, you won't be able to see the insights this way, but if it is a post, a native post that you created, then you will be able to click on See Insights. And in here, you can see a little information. We can see the views, likes, comments, shares, etc. So a little bit of data here. And depending on the post type, this information may look a little bit different, a little different for a video or a little different if it's a reel or a post or a link post, etc. So I'm going to click the back arrow to back out of here. It's nice to be able to look at the insights for an individual post, but I think it's also more useful to look at which are the best performing posts. So let's click on the Insights tab in the bottom left-hand corner here. And we're going to go ahead and go right to the Content tab in the Professional Dashboard here. And under Content Library, we're going to click See All. Now, you can see here it's defaulting to lifetime, so let me just show you under lifetime here the choices it gives you on mobile. So you can check the analytics or insights from the last 7 days, 14 days, 90 days, etc. All the way up to lifetime. So in this case, I'm just going to put it on lifetime. So that would be ever since you started your page, and I'm going to click the blue Done button here. The other thing I want to do is go into this little filter in the top left-hand corner, because this is going to allow me to, instead of sorting by most recent, like what I recently post in chronological order, I want to click on Sort By, and I want to click on the highest, because I want to see what were my best performers, and then click Done. Okay, now there's another filter up here in the top right on mobile. This gives you a few choices as well. And so first of all, it's just going to show us the reach. So this is basically how many people did this content reach. And you can see, because I have adjusted the filter to sort by the highest performing in descending order, you can see it's showing me my best performing post here. So you can also tap on any of these posts and you can look at these individual information for them here. Okay, so you can see the data is a little bit different for the videos. So this is showing video views, how many people viewed my video for an average of 1 minute. Okay, so out of the 3-second view analytic is a little misleading because 800 people did not watch this video. I would say this is probably a better indicator. 66 people watched at least a minute of this video. So as you kind of look through the data here, you'll see it looks a little bit different for each post type. You also, from here, can also just tap on that post itself, and that will take you actually back to that post, even if it was far back in time. So let's hit the back arrow here in the top left, and I'm going to tap one more time in the top left. So again, we're looking at our post reach. So post reach, how many people did this post reach? I'm going to switch from reach now. I'm going to tap reach, and I'm going to change the filter to engagement, because I think that's more of an indication of how your content performed, how well the audience liked your content. So let's tap on engagement here. And as you look at the posts, what can you notice about the posts? Was it, did it feature, were you in that content? What else do you notice? Was it the type of post? Was it the day of the week that you posted? What was the content? What was the caption? Was it a particularly, great caption? Did it tell a great story? Was it emotional? So start to notice what are those factors that are helping your post, your most successful post, perform, because the idea would be we'd be looking for clues here as to what type of content we might create more of in the future. So let's just take a look at the top performing post here for engagement. When I tap on the post itself, we can see we had a reach of 1875. Our interactions or reactions were 260, so that includes, of course, like, love, etc., etc. And we had this many comments, 59 comments. Keep in mind, when they say 59 comments, that means basically half of those people commented and the other half I replied. So again, take that number with a grain of salt. And we got 7 shares. I want to share one more thing with you before I switch over to showing you the insights for the Facebook page on desktop. And that is that they're showing a little bit more data, some interesting data for Reels from the mobile view. So as I navigate here to this post that says Reel, I'm going to tap my finger on that to open it up, and it's showing, here we go, it's showing impressions here. It doesn't really explain that very well, but it's showing 947 impressions versus the reach number. So notice it's 206 reach. So reach is more like actual people that got served this post versus how many impressions it made. So it might have, hit someone's news feed more than once, or someone could have looked at this post more than once. Minutes viewed, average minutes viewed, not good here, not a good number. And then real followers. So actually, if someone watched this video and followed your page from watching this video, it would show you that here too. So that's kind of cool. This is interesting data that's not showing on desktop yet, which is the reach for followers versus non-followers. So what's interesting is they are showing on Instagram for all post types now, the followers of your page that are getting this content versus the non-followers. So that's one of the trends, is that Facebook is serving some of your content potentially to people who don't know about you yet or that don't follow you yet. So this is kind of cool that you can look, at least for Reels on mobile, for your Facebook page and check and see. So in this case, 58% of the people that this Reel reached were not followers of this page versus 41.7% were followers of our page. Okay, you can see they've got this metric plays here. Plays, that counts as like a millisecond of the video playing. Again, that could very easily be someone slowly scrolling past the video. So take that number with a grain of salt. So a little bit more data on the Reels post type back here on mobile that I thought might be useful. Let's switch over to showing you your Facebook page insights on desktop. And here we are on the Facebook desktop view. Be sure to click in the top right hand corner to switch to using Facebook as your page that you want to look at. And in the left hand navigation, you'll see all the admin settings. And we're going to go ahead and click on the Meta Business Suite link here to get us over. I've got a tab open already to get us over to our Meta Business Suite dashboard. From here, we're going to click on the Insights tab on the left-hand navigation. There's lots of great information in here, but today we're going to focus on looking at how our content performs. So we're going to click on our Content tab on the left-hand side. From here, I should mention, if you have your Instagram business account connected to your Facebook business page, you will see your content for both assets here. You can see by looking at each post. Here is the Instagram logo. Here's the Facebook logo, Instagram logo, etc. So if you want to just narrow this down and just look at the content information for your Facebook page, you can add a filter here. So let's click this drop down. We're going to click on filter. We're going to click on placement, and we're going to just click on Facebook feed because we just want to look at our Facebook posts in this particular case. And then the next thing we want to do is adjust our date range. So we have a little bit more flexibility on desktop about seeing our historical data. So as I click the drop down here, you can see it does still have that same last week, last month, last 3 months type of thing. But we can also see all our content from this year. Or what if I want to see my content from the last year? I can click on custom and I can just kind of arrow over to the beginning of 2024, for example. I can click on January 1st, 2024. So what if I want to see my content performance for all of 2024 as an example, just to give me some frame of reference? I click December 31st, and then I'm going to click update here. So now I'll be looking at all the content that I shared for 2024. Next, I wanted to show you, you can adjust the columns of what information you're viewing here. Okay, so as I click on columns, you may want to go through here. I'll show you what I've got here on mine. Date published, so I can know the date of the post, post type, like was it a video, was it a image post, etc. The reach, again, that's how many people did it reach or what was the distribution. Views is that relatively new metric that's that they've added, more on that later. Reactions, likes, comments, shares, so that's basically putting all the engagement into one bucket. And then you can have the individual sections here, so just likes and reactions, so meaning like, love, etc., all the emotions. Comments separate, shares, saves, which is useful, and link clicks. So some of this data is not necessarily available when you're just looking at the front end of your page, so you can get some more information back here. Other things you might want to add, well, when I go into video, I want to click on, if I'm using videos, I want to do, maybe not all of these, but I'll put watch, maybe average watch time on my videos, how many 3-second views, and more importantly, how many 1-minute views or returning viewers. So if I don't see all the columns there, you can basically say I don't want to have that returning viewers. I just click the X to remove it. Okay, so you can remove any of the data that you see here or reorder any of the columns you see here in this analytics view. So again, if I want to see the little kind of the little 6-pack, you can click your mouse and drag and drop. Okay, so if you wanted to reorder any of these sections here, I'm going to put that up there, back up there. Link clicks, 3-second views, average watch time, I'm going to put that there. And let's see, I'll go back down to 1-minute view and returning viewers. Okay, so I've got all the different analytics I want to see, as well as I've reordered it to how I want to see. And also, if you were doing paid ads, for example, you might want to add some of these other paid ad columns in here. So go ahead, and once you've added the ones you want or remove the ones you don't want, you can click apply in the bottom right hand corner. And now once you've clicked apply, it will show those columns in your view here. So as I scroll through here, and again, notice these little eyes for information. If I hover my mouse on top of the eye here, it shows some information, particularly on the newer, like the newer metric views. You know, what is a view? The number of times your content was played or displayed. And again, when I say played, I mean like for a millisecond. So take that number with a grain of salt. And then reach, of course, is how many people that it reached. Also take that number with a grain of salt. So I would say a more important metric here in this particular example would be reactions. So in this column, I have broken it down over here, but I've got in this column, I've got reactions, likes, comments, shares. That's a pretty good indicator right there of engagement. What do we want to do next? Well, how do we see just the Facebook page posts and just the ones that are the best performing? So let's go ahead. We're going to put our filter on. We're going to click on placement, because we just want to see the Facebook feed posts here. Okay, so make that, sometimes that kind of toggles itself off there. So make sure we're on just the Facebook feed post. So when you look at the thumbnails on the left, you should see the little Facebook icon. And again, you can see here is the post type. It was a photo. Here is the date that the post was published. This post is a reel. Here's the date that it was published, etc., etc. I want to scroll back over a little bit here, double checking. This is my Facebook post. This was for all of 2024. And I'm going to go to my reactions column here, and I'm going to simply just click on the reactions at the top, because that will put it by the best performing post and then go down in descending order. If you click it, oh, and I got to scroll back over now that I did that. Okay, so this should show your engagement in descending order. If you click it one more time, it should flip it and show your worst performing posts up at the top. As we go here, yeah, you can see then these posts didn't get good engagement. So let me click that one more time. So I bring that back. You can see at the top here, we have our highest engagement post showing up at the top, or our highest engagement post from 2024 showing up at the top here, and then going in descending order. If you want to see the actual post itself, also similarly to mobile, you can also just click on the post and it will bring up all the individual data for that specific post. Here we go. So we can actually see what it'll show a preview of what the post was. There's also a little link. If you scroll down to the bottom here, there's also a little link that it's hiding here. If I scroll all the way down, you can view the post on Facebook. So if you want to actually go see the post live on your Facebook page, you can do that, but it will show a preview here of the post on the right hand side. You might have to use these little scrolly bars a little bit. We also have the overview of this specific post, and it is showing reach, impressions, interactions. You can always click on the eyes or hover your mouse on the eyes, and it brings up more information about that analytic. So from here, we can see the reach we got from followers and from non-followers, which is kind of cool here. So this was just a photo post, and impressions from our original post, but we had 7 shares of this post. So we actually got significantly more reach on this post because we got shares. So we have our individual post data. If you click on each post, I'm going to click the back arrow in the top left here. Let's show you a different one. Let's click on this one, was a video. We'll see the analytics look a little bit different for each of the different post types. So again, here we're back to this views analytics. So I promised I'd tell you a little bit about what is views. They've rolled out views on all post types now to try and kind of give you a better sense of things. The reason they had originally rolled out a metric on videos called plays to better match TikTok, because historic video view on Facebook was 3 seconds. However, on TikTok, a video view was a play and it was only a millisecond. So in order to better compare apples to apples, Facebook decided to copy TikTok's metric of a millisecond, or the play, instead of their 3-second view, because it would make you look like you had less views on Facebook if you were comparing those two statistics. So they changed to plays for video views on Facebook. And again, so it's just a millisecond instead of a full 3-second view. In comparison with YouTube, for example, YouTube actually doesn't count a view until someone's viewed for 30 seconds, which is a significant difference. This play metric has now become the view metric, and they've also added a view metric for all the post types on Facebook. So little background on that. Again, this is a video post, so again on the right it will show what the post looks like, or if I wanted to scroll down, I could actually view the video on Facebook. We can see this views number. So again, take that number with a grain of salt, as well as the reach number. 3-second views, notice that number is significantly lower than the millisecond views number. And 1-minute views, 48. So again, we're getting into a better indicator of maybe how many people actually watched the video, would be more like 48. Watch time, again, if you don't know what that is, you can simply hover your mouse, but it is the total amount of time your video was played, including any time replaying. So say if you even have team members watching the video or watching it more than once, that would all go toward that watch time number. And of course, we have reactions here, which does combine the likes, comments, and shares. So as we scroll down here, same information. We can see our reach from followers versus non-followers. And we can see the audience retention, which is helpful. So, we can see when we kind of start to lose people, how long they watch for, how many seconds or how long. So we actually got 33% of our viewers watched for almost all the duration of the video, which is kind of cool. Okay. So again, scrolling down here, even some more information. Watch time breakdown. The watch time came from people sharing the video, as well as people who were followers, as well as the video was recommended. So that would be Facebook recommended the video. Also over here, we got a little bit more information on the audience who viewed this video. So this is actually similar to TikTok, where you can actually see who viewed your video, that particular video, like in terms of like men or women and their age ranges, as well as their countries. So Facebook's starting to kind of copy more of TikTok's analytics data, which is very useful. So you can see here now this audience, again, it's saying based on 3-second views, or this particular video was more women viewed this video, 66%, versus men, 32%. And you can see where the viewers are coming from, which is really cool. So just kind of cool that there's additional data behind each post on desktop. So let's click the back arrow here. So the goal in looking at this data, you can kind of scroll over here and see the different columns. And again, if you want to look and see, so for example, shares is another metric that does matter. You can click on the shares column instead if you wanted to view what were your best performing posts in terms of shares. Again, double check that we've got just the Facebook posts here, as well as that this is still all of 2024. And then we're going to scroll back over to shares, and you can see this post had 11 shares, 7 shares, 6 shares, etc. So whenever you want to filter by a particular metric like shares or saves, etc., or link clicks, then you can just click on the top of the column and it will show your post in descending, or from highest performing in descending order, or if you give it one more click, it will show you the worst performing posts in the opposite order. And now that I've shown you how to check your insights for your Facebook page posts to see how your content has performed, I hope you'll go to your own page and check and see what you can learn about what your audience liked or didn't like, so you can hopefully do more of what's working and help improve your engagement for your Facebook page. Thanks for watching.